Chapter 3, Performing a Social Media Audit. So in this chapter, we'll define and explain the distinctions between three types of social media. We'll discuss why auditing is necessary before formulating a complete strategy. And we'll conduct a comprehensive audit of a brand's or company's social media activities. This book, you'll learn about a point grading system. However, in this week's assignment, you'll also learn how to perform social media audit the way that my company does it, Kuno Creative. We're a digital marketing agency, so it's a little bit more comprehensive than this book. So we'll learn both. So let's take current stock of the situation. It's important to perform an audit. And why is it important to provide an audit? It's to provide managers with a comprehensive look of what their brand is currently doing across the social media area platform in which they participate. It's not only important to do a comprehensive audit of your company's social media presence, it's important to do a comprehensive report audit on your competitors. And in your assignment, you'll learn how to do two competitors, and you'll actually do an audit for two of your competitors. It's a bird's eye view. It helps managers adjust or create a social media strategy to achieve the brand's marketing objectives. Also helps us put together realistic benchmarks of what kind of numbers we can expect to achieve. Now, the three types of social media are paid, owned, and earned. Paid social media is any social media activity for which a company pays. The paid social media activities, it's very important to note that it expands your reach, meaning that you can reach a lot more people with paid activities. And in fact, in social media, you can actually look at the individual account as far as how things are performing by going to the Facebook page, and you can actually scroll down here on the left hand side, and there is a place called page transparency where you can see all the type of ads that company is running. So these are private ads that are being run, and it tells you where they're being run at, what platforms, and it actually gives you the details of what that ad looks like. So there are regular ads, but these are regular posts, but these are paid ads. Owned is any social media activity that occurs in a social media's channels a company controls. Owned are organic posts. So we have paid posts and we have organic posts, right? These organic posts are the ones that are posted on social media channels. Again, we'll use this Oliver Hotel, right? These are all the organic posts that they normally post. It's important to note that the reach of these are very, very small. So paid posts reach the most amount of people. Owned or organic posts reach the least amount of people. And then also, there's a third type of social media message. These are earned social media message. Have you ever had a friend tag you or a friend mention you on a social media post? That is an example of an earned social media post. This is a social media activity that occurs on channels that your company does not own. And the value of these are that you get to reach another company or another person's social media channel. This is where influencer marketing, which we'll talk about later this chapter or later this semester, comes in very heavily, right? So you have paid and you have owned, which is the company talking about their products to their audience. They can amplify and get even further their message out further by having other people talk about their product. That's why influencers are paid to talk about the company's product. And who are you going to trust as a person? The company talking about their products? Or perhaps a social media peer that you look up to? Well, sure, shoot, you're going to trust Kim Kardashian or whoever that you think is super cool and you want to be just like them. So it's important to note that those are the three types of social media posts. Again, here's a visual of the type of owned, earned, and paid media. And it's important to note that the three areas are distinct and they interlink and overlap with one another. And it's often the most powerful when they do. So, what are the questions that are asked in a social media audit, right? What are the general overview of the social activities? How active are they? How many posts do you make? What are the performance and competitive metrics? What is the average number of posts? What are the average number of engagements? What's the average number of engagement rate? These are things that you'll prepare in your homework assignment. So grading or scoring a social media audit, right? After you answer the audit questions, marketers should give the grade an A, B, C, D, or F, or maybe out of a 10-point scale. And then weight the priorities towards which activities will yield the best outcomes for your business. It's important to take the audit to see what your company's done as well as what your competitors are doing and identify gaps in what you're doing, ways that you can improve, and emulate successes that other companies will have. After the outcome of social media audit is determined, the next step is to figure out how to use the audit for developing your own social strategy. So, that's it for chapter 3, but that's not it for this week. Next, I'm going to want you to perform a social media audit. And there's a helpful video on how to perform a social media audit right after this.